All right, so olive oil, it'll work, but we want to use coconut oil if we can in our soba noodle dish. So we're gonna throw a little bit of coconut oil into our pan, get that nice and melted down, and when that's ready to go, we're going to throw in our cabbage and red onions. So you just saute those up for a sec. So the shrimp that you have here are pre-cooked, so you don't need to cook them, which you really don't want to because they could dry out. But we're gonna take the tails off. So how you're gonna do this, is you grab the shrimp, and right at the end of the tail here, you just give it a good squeeze and pull it right out. And you can throw those back into the pot that all the other stuff came out of. So while you're sauteing your onions and your cabbage, you can pop all the tails off of the shrimp. If you want to leave them on, that's perfectly fine. Just makes it a little easier to do when they're cool than when they're hot out of the pan. If we were deep frying these, I'd leave them on, and then once they got crispy, I'd eat it. Annie thinks that's disgusting, but I think it's like a little chip from the ocean. So I can hear our onions and cabbage starting to sizzle. Only got a couple more of these shrimp left, so just make sure this is nice and incorporated in the oil. So toss that around a little bit. And we'll let that saute for about 30 seconds longer while I get the rest of these shrimp off of their tails. And so with this dish, it's going to be a cold dish, but we wanted to cook these veggies because they can just be a little intense if they're raw. So once those are pretty well cooked and starting to soften up, we're going to take these shrimp, we're going to kill the heat, and we're going to toss the shrimp into the dish. Toss them around for just a second, just so they get that nice coating of oniony coconut oil, which is going to make it delicious. So as those rest for just a second in the pan, we're going to take our soba noodles, drop them into a bowl, take our sauce, add that on top of the noodles, and we're going to quickly toss that around with our handy dandy spaghetti grabber. If you've got tongs, probably will work better than this, but I think I left mine outside by the grill in the snow today because I wasn't expecting it to snow again this year. That's kind of a foolish thing, having grown up in the Midwest. We should be expecting snow until June this year, I think. So we got all of the sauce tossed onto our noodles, and what we're gonna do next is take all of our veggies, I'm gonna scoop those out on top as well. Take our carrots, sprinkle those in, and we're going to toss that around quickly. Get everything nicely incorporated. Fold it together, and we're just about ready to plate. So we've got everything nicely incorporated here, so we're going to plate it. Grab out a couple extra of those shrimp. Right. And now we take our peanuts. We can't get into a Ziploc very well these days. Sprinkle those on top. If you have any cilantro laying around, it'd be a great thing to throw on top. But again, we love our food spicy. So we're going to go with the cock sauce and drizzle a little bit of that around the top. And there is your cold soba noodle salad.